Hi there, my name is Paul Devan and I'm an academic working at TU Dublin's Blanchardstown campus. In this short video I want to introduce you to a free software tool called Padlet. So what is Padlet? Padlet can be thought of as an electronic notice board onto which you can create electronic posts. These posts can contain text, video, images or audio. In this video I want to show you how you can increase interactivity in your class or tutorials by using Padlet to create a gallery walk. First though, I'd like to show you a good educational resource developed by Dr. Bill Hunter from UOIT, which uses Padlet. This is Bill's Padlet here, and he's created a number of posts that contain links to teaching and learning centres in Canada, the US and Ireland. Well worth a look. Before I go on to set up Padlet and show you how to set up an account, I want to introduce you to the idea of a gallery walk. So in a traditional gallery walk, students are broken into teams of 3 or 4, and each team is given a task and a set amount of time to research a question or complete a task. This approach is ideal for smaller tutorial classes, and you might want to consider giving the students the task in advance so they come prepared to work on preparing their answers, normally on a flip chart. After the preparation time has expired, each team in turn presents its answers, at the end of which the other students and the lecturer can ask questions. The approach creates a very action-oriented learning environment, and the lecturer can easily identify areas of misunderstanding and correct these. The concept can be very easily adapted for use with Padlet, so instead of using flip charts, students use posts to a Padlet to present their findings. Creating a Padlet is very straightforward. The URL is here, padlet.com, and this is the screen that you see. To sign up, you simply press this button here, and you have a number of options. You can sign in with Google, Microsoft, Apple. Simplest way is probably just put in an email and a password. I already have an account, so I'm going to log in, and this is my dashboard. So I only have one Padlet. An important point to note is that Padlet is free for use up to 3 Padlets or 3 walls. Any more than that and you're going to have to pay a subscription. But you should be able to stay below the 3 limit by deleting those that you don't need. Up here we've got the main menu controls, make a Padlet, join a Padlet, so for example Bill Hunter's, a gallery of existing Padlets that you can use, and an upgrade facility here. We've also got some menu buttons down along here in relation to Padlets you've already made. There's a search bar over here. If you're searching for things on items, it's well worth trying it out. There's a help function, and there's also an account feature here, and you can configure your settings and your profile. You can also look at stats in terms of people who have accessed your Padlet. So let's get started. To make a Padlet, we simply press the button here. We're offered this configuration here of 8 possible configurations. Each is explained, and the one that I prefer is the grid here, so we just select this. Now Padlet automatically assigns a background and a title, so I'm going to change that, and we do that over here. So I'm just going to simply call this sample, and let's say it's a demo. I also want to change the wallpaper and the background, so I simply press the button down here, go into textures and patterns. I like this corkboard here, and we just go back and back and go to next, and we're pretty much ready to start posting. There's an important step that we need to do first, and that's to share it, the URL, so that the students can access it, and we need to change the privacy settings. So first thing to do is change the privacy by clicking on this button and make it public. and save it. Now we want to go back and we need to share it. So you can copy the link to the clipboard and you can see you've got it here. So you're ready to go. I normally either mail the students if I have a mailing list, or I put it up on the learning management system. We close this here and we're pretty much ready to go. You do have some menu controls up here. Remake means to copy it. Sharing it, which we've already looked at. Modify, you can change the background, and if you wanted to delete the Padlet, you can use it there, or you can export it in a number of formats. So lots of handy controls in there. But let's get started. There's two ways we can create a post, simply by pressing this button here. I'm just going to call this Team A, and we can write some text. Now down here we've got a number of options. This allows us to upload a file, so you can pick a file from the computer and upload it here. Point to note is that you can only use one of these resources at a time, as well as the text. Second one here, we can go out and create a link. So for example, I can put in and it'll connect me to TU Dublin. I can also go out to Google. I can pick an image. And there it is there. Or I can take a picture with the camera. These additional menu here, options, covers the ones that we've already looked at, and it provides some additional ones as well. We can also bring in videos and audio, and the video will play. From an educational perspective, it's useful because if the students are using this to research and post their findings, they can use it also to identify resources that they believe are useful in their understanding. So let's just create one more. This is Team B. Team B. And again, we can put in text down here. Let's just look at the video. Let's see if we can bring that in. Video. Again, just to re-emphasize that it's important, if students are doing research, they can bring in relevant material down here, relevant resources, and of course this can persist for the duration of a course. So you can see that that's playing away there. So the next thing I just want to show you is an example of a Padlet that I did myself in class. So let's just go back. I want to go back to my dashboard. Go back again. There's the new Padlet that we're after setting up. And this is an application of 5 forces, Porter's 5 forces. Just some very quick background. I had a class, it was a business studies class. We set up in 5 teams. So we're using a theoretical framework called Porter's 5 forces to examine the profitability of different industries. So I presented this context that I wanted to invest in an industry, and I wanted to find out which one would be best in terms of profitability. So the students had to look at the Dublin fast food industry, the taxi industry, the pharmacy business, the European airline industry, and then the Dublin retail sector. So applying the model, they had to come up with a conclusion as to whether that particular industry was attractive or not. And so you can see that the material that they had posted here. There's a nice little facility here that allows you to expand the post so that you can see it there. So when you're discussing a particular team's work, you can expand it out here and focus on it. Just one or two other things you can do here. You can change the background color. So that's pretty much it. I hope you get an idea as to how you can use Padlet in your teaching, and that you feel confident to make a start. Thank you for listening and watching.